on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
We all say when I get older, I
Welcome back to Sport Cruise Live on Mainland 98.3 FM. My name remains Triple O. I have Okweyemi Akinyode in the studio. Tunde Young is right here with us. Also, Olaoluwa Oni is right here in the studio. Now, for Rivers United, last night about 7:52 p.m., the official handle of Rivers United tweeted, "Our lives have been threatened in Benghazi." That was the tweet last night. Now, an attack on Rivers United FC by Libyan fans in Benghazi has been reported. This is a dark moment in African football. The NPFL champions have a commanding 5-0 aggregate lead over Al Nassr following the following the first leg in Port Harcourt, and the second leg will take place tomorrow, the 9th of November. Now, we hear that on arrival at Benghazi Airport, there were no police escorts, nor were they security personnel to usher the visiting team, Rivers United, into the city. So Rivers United had to make do with their well thought of arrangement beforehand. So they made their own arrangement. They had to settle for their own plan B, just in case things didn't go according to the way they expected. And not even a provision for transportation vehicle was made by the hosts, that's Al Nassr, the Libyan club, as the Nigerians were told in clear terms that they would have to pay for the luxurious bus being provided by their hosts. Their antics reached a crescendo when Rivers United's privately arranged training session at a secret facility on Monday night was disrupted after the managers of the facility were intimidated by irate Al Nassr fans to switch off the floodlights at the facility and attack the team with bottles and stones. The irate fans further trailed the team to their hotel, harassing the players and officials and promising the team hell when they come out for the official training session at the stadium tonight, Tuesday night. So this has been happening over and over on the African scene. In the CAF Champions League qualifier, Plateau United, they had to play a game against their opposition. I think the Gambian opposition arriving at the venue depleted. Some personnel of the squad couldn't get to the stadium. They scattered everybody, separated the team, the team doctor, and all of these things continues on the African scene, on the African continent. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in the European scene, but on the African continent, in African football, especially club football in Africa, it's going way out of hands. If something is not being done, it could get to a level whereby what will happen will be beyond what CAF itself can manage. It can lead to a disaster. So my question, guys, is how can the dark art of football be tackled in Africa? How can the dark art of football be tackled in Africa? Because this is the dark art of football. It is systematic. It is a systematic process. So you can't really hold the club to ransom, because they will tell you they are not the one that organized the fans. But how can all of this be tackled on the African scene? How can fair play come into play in Africa?
Well, it's a lot you've actually put on the table right now, Triple. But I think we need to start from here. The fact that the football administration in Africa had consistently, gone the wrong way. The wrong way. I mean, the wrong people have been saddled with the responsibility of administering sports, especially football development in Africa. It's not something that is peculiar to Nigeria. May we just want to always do the big brother thing, especially if it is within the continent. A lot of terrible things are happening if you play in the NPFL. The NNL is worse. Don't even talk about the NLO. See, so it's just that, you know, when club come out, you know, from other countries, they come into Nigeria, we always want to do the big brother thing. You know, we stay calm, we give them the best hotels, we give them security, we entertain them, and we still even entertain them, if you understand what I'm talking about. See, the win at all mentality, it's something that is really messing African football up. Win at all means that you want to win by any means. And it's not even peculiar to sports in Africa alone. Politics, business, you want to always have everything to your own side, forgetting the fact that in every sport, in every game, in every competition, in every contest, in every conquest, there has to be a winner and a loser, or a winner or a loser. Even when you draw, sometimes it doesn't favor some people, sometimes it favors some people. So that's one of the problems we have. We want to win at all costs. We want to make sure that if the team is better than me, I'm going to frustrate them. I'm going to make sure that I do everything I can to upturn the cards. When we talk about things that happen in the NPFL, there's been a lot of cases where they'll tell you that the points are being awarded at the boardroom, decisions are being made, that the league is being sold to the highest bidder. So it's not like it's not happening within the football fraternity in Nigeria. But when it comes to the big stage, it's like you said in your intro, it's not like other countries or other continents don't have stuff like that, but we are so silly with our own that we just put it on the face of everybody. I had a chat with the media officer of Plateau United late yesterday night, and he told me that the only thing they're hoping for now is that they get into the stadium safe and they come out safe. So it's not like they're even having it all smooth over there. It's probably because they just feel we have a respectable scoreline of 4-1, which is not even safe. Like we said after that game, Rivers United is even a little more safer going forward than Plateau United, because they've considered a goal at home. If they concede 2 goals in the first 26 minutes of that game, they come under heavy pressure. Plateau United should lose by 3-0, they're out of the tournament because they've considered a goal at home. But for Rivers United, 5-0, the opponent needs to do as much as, if possible, wanting to kill them before you be able to demoralize them enough for you to score 5 goals and they won't be able to score a single one. A team you just defeated 5-0 less than a week ago. So the thing is this: all of these antics, all of these tricks, all of this, we've seen it. We've seen it where the Tigers, the Nigeria's senior basketball team, were locked out of their hotels. You've seen it where club side you go and play and they'll tell you that the hotel they gave you, the water system is not working, there's the mosquito, or there's one religious house very close to your rooms, and then they'll do prayer, they'll make noise till the next day. They'll see that they'll tell you at the airport your plane will not even land at the right time. Even when it lands, they'll tell you immigration cannot clear you into that country. Have you not seen the case in this country where, you know, during the AFCON, or I think during one of the qualifiers, that a player was said to be positive for COVID-19, and when we got to the venue, another test was carried out and the player came out negative, but at that point he was not enlisted to play that particular
game. So what are the things you can actually do to stop
we're just highlighting all of these problems. Like I said, it's a win at all costs. So until you wake up to realize that in football, in sports, in life, you don't always win. You win some, you lose some. In most cases, when you lose, you don't even lose, you learn how to do things better so that you would win. So rather than for you to wake up and construct your mentality in a way that let me win through hard work, let me win through commitment, let me win through fairness, let me win through sportsmanship, but you decide to pass the back door, you decide to either bribe the center or the match officials, you decide to frustrate them, you decide to make sure that the hotels you keep your players are not standard enough, you decide to make sure that everything possible to frustrate these guys. You forget the fact that football is a game of 11 against 11. If Rivers United should score 1 goal, the game is dead. They've scored an away goal, that means they're leading, let me just say 7 goals, 7-0, you have to put it that way. So we know what we have to do. That's why I said it's not like all of this problem is, it's not like the authorities are blind to it. They see all of these things. We have results, we have pictures, we have videos. Did you not see video of Plateau United going to the match venue in a warplane? Was the video not everywhere? Was anything done about it? Nothing was done about it. Nothing was done about it. At the next round of the competition, were they still not roll up openly, giving a penalty outside of the box to knock them out of the CAF Champions League, where they will have progressed to the next round? Was anything done? Nothing was done. This one still, nothing will be done. Nothing will be done. So
therein lies the issue. Because you asked what can be done to stop it. It's because teams keep getting away with it. We've seen in this same run, Kwara United are out of the Confederations Cup now. In the second leg of there was a game they played against a team from Nigeria. I'm trying to remember the name of this team now. In the second leg, the players were attacked at the bus and had goat blood splashed on them, and two herbalists were doing incantations on arrival. And they were even locked out of the stadium. They had to go into the back gate and stuff like that. It is something that has become so part of African football that you expect it. And for this Plateau United, Rivers United are discussing. This team out as I came to the Meziamaka Stadium, and they had a good time. Nobody disturbed them. They trained normally. They trained when they're supposed to. And
that's why I said that we would like to play the big brother now. We welcome them, give them hospitality.
No, I'm not saying play evil with evil. That's I'm not saying let us be doing our own back. It should not be happening in the first place. There's no reason why. First of all, the biggest issue is that Rivers United foresaw something like this and paid for a private facility to train.
What else can you do
in another country?
What does Rivers United have to do?
The fact that you are doing that, CAF should have stepped in and said, this is not legal. But it should not be legal. But they've been forced to do that because they are expecting hostility from their host. And it is part of your responsibility to provide a place for them to train. But the fact that they did not trust you to do that, and CAF still did not say anything in a CAF competition,
and they went into a private facility and they still got attacked.
Yeah, lights were turned off. Fans of the club came there to threaten them and even follow them all the way back to their hotel. So which means the training was even cut short. They couldn't train, and they had to go.
We heard that they had to continue that training at some point when the light went off with torch lamps.
They should know that at that moment where the light had gone off, they should have just packed their baggages and leave.
But they will still have to train to play.
They have to train.
Because if you can win 5-0, you can lose 5-0.
Yes. Triple Tunde Young, Ola, let's be sincere with ourselves. The quality of football in Africa would never progress. This is not me being a pessimist. This is me being a realist. Yeah. This is me being in the position where the authorities are seeing all of these problems, and for whatever reason they've decided to keep quiet about it. And that's because there's been a lot of things that have been called into question. I like the fact that Triple admit that it's a systematic process. So it's not something that is just one person that is perpetrating it. No, they have all of these things fixed. Okay, you go and disrupt that.
You haven't come to expect it. That when you are going, you expect that
you don't disturb their training. You make sure that the hotel you get the owner of that hotel, or that you must not on light for them, off light by 5 o'clock. You make sure that you fleet the room they are staying so that they will not have all of these things are happening. But when we come here, when these guys come here, we give them the best of facilities. In short, I think there was a time Enyimba played, I can't remember what team they played. When they went to receive those people at the airport, they went with drums, they went with traditional dancers, they gave them flower when they were coming in. And when Nigerian teams go out of the continent or to the continent, we don't get to see all of this. So the painful part for me is that I don't know, maybe we make formal complaints or we just come on social media to come and make noise. I don't know, maybe we talk to the right authorities or we just come on social media. If you make a post on social media, CAF will tell you they ignored it, because that is not the formal way to make a complaint. That is not the formal way to tell CAF that this is what we are going through. Posting it on social media, allowing your media officer to talk about it. In most cases, it's just looking for public sympathy. You make it formal, you make it official, you make it very, very professional. Like, this is it. We've been denied this facility. We saw what happened in the CAF Champions League, where Rivers United they said they had to move to another city, but they said the police in one city cannot operate in the next city, so they kept them for like 4 hours, that they were looking for police that will escort them into it. All of these things are not just crazy, they're so archaic. The countries around the world have moved on. We've seen the UEFA Champions League, we've seen the Europa League, we've seen the Conference. Yes, there are issues in the stadium, racism, and especially in Europe and all of that, but all of these ones are petty. We are still doing we are using Ogbomode.
Okay, let me ask you now, what would be the best way to tackle this? Yes, punish them, but what should be the gravity
See,
of the
Chipo,
punishment
let me tell you, nothing can be as painful
as
as
throwing
having
a team out of the
point
competition.
deduction. You can even start with point deduction first. Do you understand? If you know,
it is.
no, that's where I'm going to. That's where I'm going to. If it is in a round robin situation, you can start with point deduction. But if it is a knockout stage,
you are out
see,
automatically.
there are not two ways about it. If you don't play by, that's why there are rules. That's why there are laws guiding administration of football at every single level. So if you don't play by the rules, if you don't encourage fairness, if you don't allow equal participation, you get thrown out of the league. It's very simple. If my team should come and play at your home turf and you don't give them equal preference, you don't give them access to facility, excuse me, what are we even saying? When Plateau United had to play their game in this stadium, did the opponents not have access to better facility than them? Even in Nigeria. So if you sell yourself cheap, nobody will buy you expensive now. So even in your own country, you are being treated like a second class citizen. So when you go to another country, they will not even regard you, they will not even accord you any right of citizenship. It's very simple. So the authorities have to be factual about what they are doing. They have to be sincere and intentional. See, I'm not a believer in African football. This can sound really awkward, but that's just the simple truth. Because most of the things we do at the continent here, there are things that people have done 20-30 years ago. At this stage of football, you are still closing stadium, you are still telling fans to go and bully visiting team, you are still throwing stone and throwing everything. Because that's the advantage you can get. Who does that?
Okay, now so what we are saying now, or what you are saying now, okay, is that one of the things to do is if it is a round robin, maybe a group stage of the CAF Champions League,
you deduct points.
You deduct
6 points.
And if it is a knockout, just throw them out of the competition. So at that stage, when it gets to that level where you get to throw teams, where teams get thrown out of the competition, of the CAF competitions for poor hospitality to their visitors, that's to the away team, maybe they will now, these same people that organizes a system, because it is systematic, they are not at the forefront of it. You can't punish.
You don't see the FA. You don't see the club chairman.
You won't see the club.
They are the faceless people. So they already have their structures fixed. Just like we have boys, the one that will lead the thugs in Nigeria stadiums.
By now, we should have been getting stories that the Libyan government
has stepped into
arresting.
Arrest who?
Yes, that's what I'm going to. I think.
What has the Libyan government done about it?
I think Libyan government too are in support of it. Looking at
maybe they are not in support, but they're not doing anything.
Do you know why I say they are in support? Do you know why I say they are in support? Because, for example, they are supposed to be given security. I think the security aspect goes to the government of that country. If you have maybe you have policemen and everything, I think the government are the one controlling the police, and they are supposed to be given security, and that is to say the Libyan government too are also involved in this. Because if a particular visitor is coming from a particular place and you're not giving them police to secure them, I think the government too are also into this, and the government should intervene. It's part of the interference. Like, you don't allow people that are coming in to get maximum security. It is still the job of the government to provide security, maximum level of security. Yes, that's especially when you have internationals coming into your country. People,
if you cannot throw teams out, maybe you banish them.
And again, another question is the Nigerian government. We have an ambassador of Nigeria to Libya. How do we take this? If all of these things have happened to not just a football club, because first they are Nigerians. First,
and they're flying the flag of the country.
Even if you put football aside, they are Nigerian citizens. So if they have gone through something like this, a terrible experience, horrible experience like this, what is the job of the ambassador of Nigeria, Nigerian ambassador to Libya? By now, it should have been, he or she, whoever it is, should have been making steps.
We are not so proactive in this part of the world. We are very, very reactive. We always look for a solution rather than prevent this, and most times the solution we look for is always more expensive, is always more damaging when we are trying to do damage control than preventing that particular situation. So imagine this scenario where Rivers United are going into Libya, and the Nigeria High Commission in Libya already arranged a bus to pick them up at the airport. They notified the embassy. Okay, this is the private facility that we applied for. They've given us approval. They pick them up from the airport, take them to that private facility. Take them to that private facility. They pay. The fact that they pay for private facility should have, except they didn't inform the Nigerian embassy in Libya that they are coming. You never can rule that out. But if they did, the fact that I told you that, Oga, I'm already making provision for alternative, that means I already have fear that deep within me something could go wrong. That is what diplomacy is about. That is where the Nigerian embassy in Libya should step in. Come around, we cover you. They'll pick you up from the airport, take you to that private facility, and I will give you diplomatic cover. If this can happen, it becomes an issue between Nigeria and Libya, not just Rivers United and whoever they are playing with. It becomes a diplomatic issue. My people came into your country, we offered them diplomatic protection, and you still went to those facilities to harass them. You still denied them the opportunity of training in the facility they provided for themselves. It becomes an issue between Libya and Nigeria, whether you like it or not. No matter how people think Nigeria is disrespected, there are only a few countries in this world that can get into that issue when it comes to facing Nigeria diplomatically. I'm very sure of that one. So it's very simple. If we continue to do the wrong thing, why do you think they don't rate African club? Why do you think they don't rate football in Africa? They don't. That is why CAF will tell you that we want to align with the European calendar. We are shifting AFCON. That's why CAF will tell you that. Well, that's why a club chairman will tell you that he will never sign an African player because they go to AFCON. Yeah. That's why the club will come and tell you that little tournament AFCON, because they don't rate African football. They don't take us serious.
But what do you think? Is it an option for Rivers United to pull out of?
No, they pull out where?
Does none of us count?
Protest?
Does none of us count?
It doesn't guarantee.
Because CAF cannot count it as a walkover. Even if you walkover is 3-0, so 5-3 and agree. But CAF cannot. That was smart. Yeah, CAF cannot like say you are out of the competition because you pulled out of the second leg that you are leading 5-0 when you have good reason to not play the game because they feel like their lives are they will
tell you that they were not physically assaulted. That's what they will tell you.
But if you are
physical assault,
I think anybody had that issue last season. They have something similar to that, and they pulled out. Last season they pulled out, and I think
Rivers United should not pull out.
It's not pull out at all, because
that will build on. If they tell you pull out, they will ask you, did you make a formal complaint? Did you wait for us to act? Did you make any formal reports? Did you lodge any of this assault or any of this threat you're talking about? If you say no, they will tell you, why did you pull out?
No, even if you make those complaints right now, they might not see it until after the game.
No, they will. They should. If you are making a complaint, if you are making a complaint, they will tell you the exigencies and emergencies committee of CAF to look into the issue in 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. They will take that decision. But I don't even want Rivers United to. I don't want them to pull out. I don't want them to protest. I don't want them to boycott this game. They have the big advantage. Now the thing is this: some victories are sweeter when it's against all odds.
Yeah.
So I hope that Rivers United will be able to put themselves together. Go there and if they lose, let them score a goal. Even if they lose, let them not lose as much as 5-0. Don't forget, if you can beat someone 5-0 at home with all of those smooth hospitality, and they're giving you hostility where you are going to, they can beat you 7-0.
Okay. Because again, you have to look at the mindset. Because now you are not just playing football. You are also concerned about your safety. You are concerned about whatever happens. You are concerned about your own life. Returning to your country is all you want. That's all you want.
It's not playing that they're threatening you. What if you win?
And all of these things.
They don't even allow you to leave the stadium.
So we've highlighted a couple of solutions to this. Probably top of it has to be CAF. Top of
it's about regulation.
CAF has to African clubs. If you are the host, you should do the best to make them feel comfortable. Not do all you can to make them feel uncomfortable. That's the away team. And the biggest punishment for me has to be throwing the team out of the competition. If it is during the qualifying stages, throw them out entirely. If it is during a round robin, a group Plateau United are also playing against a Libyan team, while Rivers United are playing against a Libyan team. Those are two Nigerian clubs in Libya right now. For Plateau United, we've not heard stories, but for Rivers United, stories have surfaced, and that is the reason why we are having this conversation. But if you throw RNSL, if you throw them out of the competition, regardless
on what ground?
on the ground of not providing enough,
Is in the rule? That's what I said. No. We're not sure. That's why I said that regulations is very key.
that's the thing. First, put the regulation in place.
Exactly.
So if you throw
Rivers United should not protest for now. They should wait first.
the North African teams and some so-called big African clubs, even the smaller African teams from North Africa, they believe it's their birthright. It's their birthright to play on the continent. So if you throw one out, the rest of them,
they sit right.
they will sit up. They will sit up. That one is certain. They will sit up. And again, on the Nigerian scene, because everybody has their own take. That is for CAF. Now for the Nigerian clubs, going on the continent, how difficult is it rather to notify the Nigerian ambassador?
There's nothing so much.
Because that's the duty.
It's just a mail. His Excellency, the High Commission of Nigeria and Libya, right address from the chairman.
Secondary school exam.
Ragadudu FC, Benue. We're coming in for our CAF Champions League commitment between the 16th and the 18th of July 2023, and we're going to be in this also hotel. We're going to be arriving at this also time. You release your itinerary to them and you tell them that you would appreciate every diplomatic support you can get. See, this thing is not up to
Particularly simple
There are not people born to do it. Even the people that cannot do it, they learn how to do it.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. It's not like some people is in their head to be football administrators, except you are Felix Ayaseagu, except you are that one. So the truth of the matter is that these things are basic. I'm coming into your country. The first point of call should be the embassy, because the number one person in that country is the Nigerian ambassador to that country.
Of course.
So the club can never be bigger than the ambassador to that country. So you should see. I will find out, and I'll be so disappointed if Brazil United and Rivers United did not reach out to the Nigerian embassy in Libya to say we are coming. And don't forget, there's been conversations, although I don't want to sound political in this place, but there's been a lot of evacuation of Nigerians in Libya in the last 3, 4, 5 years, especially from the Nigerian diaspora commission. There's been a report of hostility against Nigerians in that country, in Tripoli, in Benghazi. We've seen it, we've read it. So in this situation, I'm supposed to inform the Nigerian embassy ahead. I say, so and so midweek, we're coming into your country. Please provide us every diplomatic support that we can get, so that we can have a smooth competition. Because you're not just going to represent Rivers State, you're going to represent you're carrying the Nigerian flag, you represent the country. You went into that country with the Nigerian passport, not Rivers United or Rivers State passport. So you're a representative of the country. The embassy in that country should be responsible for your safety. It's simple. This thing, we just make simple things so difficult. Send a mail to the Nigerian embassy in Libya. In fact, in case you cannot send individual mail, put Rivers United and Plateau United in the same mail. Send it. These two club sides are coming into Libya, and we're going to be in this hotel. Our flight, attach your itinerary to that mail, and let the Nigerian embassy be on standby for you to prevent stories that touch that we're having right now. All of these distractions are very needless. Very needless.
0913-600-0410 is the number to call to join the conversation on Sport Cruise live on Milan 90.3 FM. 0913-600-0410 is the number to call. You can send us a message via SMS to 0913-600-0410. You can also send a WhatsApp message to 0913-600-0410. Sport Cruise is live on Milan 90.3. Let's take calls right about now on the show. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. This is Sunday from Ayobo.
Welcome, Sunday.
I was doing one popular track. See, our leaders, they like culture, they like themselves, oppressors. See, they be good leaders, or shadow criminals. I'm not going to criminals. When I'm like Opeyemi said the other time, all these things are needless. Simple something. When we begin to put allergy in our sports, we are not going to NFA to read Quran or crying out loud. Amokachi can never be NFA president. I'm sure of that. Amokachi will say that we knew when we were playing can never be NFA president and all this nonsense are happening. Nigerian players. Or when you put a imam to go and NFA of Gusho Gasawa, I don't know. It's very annoying. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your take. 0913-600-0410 is the number to call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
My brother, welcome on board. Your name and location, please.
This is Osebo, calling from Agua.
Welcome, Osebo.
Yeah, I mean, this is very, very disappointing. But I'm going to say something that might sound a little bit controversial or off point. I think football administration, in fact, regulation across the world is really messed up right now. Is in dire straits. Because we're looking at just this. Even in most developed countries, they are still unable to solve racism.
Sure.
I mean, how is it possible? How is it difficult to find out somebody that posted a racist comment about certain players at a European competition, and you cannot actually trace those people? Every day, people are taking the knee. They are kneeling down. People have forgotten why they are even kneeling down. They are kneeling down for the sake of kneeling down because they saw the next person to be kneeling down before the start of the match. Yet, fans in the team for a team are still throwing racist chants, and those regulatory bodies cannot do anything about it. So even at that global level, you can imagine what us as Africa that is not even race would do. And it's very apparent. You guys are saying in terms of the grievous nature of the penalties that should be meted on this team. Because just look at it, carry out your investigation. Once you confirm that, if you want to even banish the team from the competition totally for like a year or two, do that. Look, you can't just keep on saying, oh, the fans come out, they terrorize the team. The club comes out and releases a statement and says, oh, we did not have any hand in it. And then CAF just relaxes or FIFA relaxes or UEFA just relaxes. It doesn't make any sense. I remember when first clubs like Lazio and Roma, they had to play for a while, a couple of games with no fans because of the violent nature of the, and then they were points deducted. Their fans, everybody shut up.
Of course.
When you know there's an implication, there's a repercussion for your action, you will caution yourself.
All right, thank you very much, Osebo, for your contribution. 0913-600-0410 is a number to call to join the conversation. We are looking at how to tackle systematic dark art in African football. 0913-600-0410 is a number to call to join the conversation. This one says, okay, let me take this message on WhatsApp. It says, good evening, Triple O and his crew. All these things that keeps happening to Nigerian teams, is it that we don't have embassies in these countries or ambassadors? Aikoto from Ikorodu, thank you very much for your message. I believe we have. It's just proper information. These are basic things. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening. Your name and location, please.
Good evening. It's Raymond.
Welcome, Raymond.
I'm saying.
Welcome.
Yeah. Okay, I get you. Okay.
Good evening, Raymond.
Yeah. What I have to say about this is, I don't think that there's any measure on ground by CAF to deal with this problem. This is not only a problem of racism, it's fanatism at its core. And I will even call it terrorism in football. You understand? Actually, it's too much. Unless there is a measure taken to punish one of these clubs or one of these countries that are involved in this thing, it will not stop. It will go on and on and on. You understand? Look at Nigeria does not replicate the issue. When they come here, we see them better. Even when the second leg is played in Nigeria, Nigeria does not attack them. You understand? I don't know why it happens in this Nigeria. And then even our leaders are at times. They are only after what they done in football. They are not after they don't have feelings after the safety of these players and these players. So in fact, it's high time Nigeria and CAF do something about this.
Okay, thank you
very much. I don't want to waste more time.
Okay, thank you very much, Raymond, for your contribution on the show. 0913 600 0410 is the number to call. You can watch us live. I just got information. You can watch us live on YouTube. Just go to Mainland 98.3 FM. Yes, you see Triple O in his Chelsea jersey. Okoyemi Akiyode looking all smart. Today Young also here looking all smart right here in the studio. 0913 600 0410 is a number to call. Hello. Okay, do well to call us back. Let's take this message on WhatsApp. This one says, good evening guys. Triple O, NFF is not competent. They should take the matter serious. Okay, now everybody go chop breakfast. The more to come, right? From Agege. Okay, that's coming off the back of Real Madrid's loss in that Madrid derby to Rayo Vallecano, 3-2. Okay has escaped that one because we have a different conversation this evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
We are good. Your name and location, please.
Yeah, my name is Gilbert.
Okay, welcome.
Yes, please, I want us to avoid attaching sentiment and videos, whatever happens in Nigeria.
Please try to change your location and call us back. Apologies. Try to change your location and call us back. Good evening.
Yeah, this is Damlola.
Okay, welcome, Damlola.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I think we shouldn't blame the NFF. Rather, we should blame the Waffle block. So it's not just happening. It has been happening since 80s and 90s. The North Africans just believe they just have to. See, I don't know whether you know. You can Google it. 2003, we hosted all African games. Egyptians went to the control room and were trying to check the mega stadium. I don't know whether you remember. Are you aware?
Yeah.
Yes.
During Koja.
So it's a Koja is a North African thing. So I expect the Waffle block. You see, it's only happening to the Nigerian team. I expect the Waffle block to call their block. See, maybe they can just call them. If these antics will stop, we will pull out from the whatever confederation or CAF Champions League phase. When the River won, then the second one they won, they have to be flown out. That's it. No, the following, the first one they won. You know how long it took them to release the cup. So I think see, at least international diplomacy politics, you are good about it. You know how these things work. See, there's little so blaming NSF in my own opinion. Even Amaju that knows how to play the game, he was overwhelmed now. You understand? So if Wafu can come collectively, can speak as a body, that if these antics doesn't stop, we will pull out and tell you things will happen. And how do we start? Take them to neutral grounds. We don't have to. Number one, Libya is a failed state. I'm sure you know. It's a failed state. And I see no reason why football will even be allowed to play there. People have no government, no functional government, and they are doing this to them. So on the pitch, they can actually come and attack them, and nothing will happen. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
The WAFU means West African Football Union. I mean, so that
yes, that's the West African Football Union. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Your name and location, please.
My name is Dr. I'm calling from Father.
Okay, welcome on board.
Yes, I've been following up on the discussions, and I would just want to remind us of the statement of a legendary sportsman. I don't know his title, but his name is Henry Olufunwope. He was chairman of Olympics Committee of this country for many years. And he said, and I want to paraphrase, he said, there is more to sport. There is boardroom politics. Most of the games are won in the boardroom, not on the field of play, not on the pitch or whatever. But Nigeria has not been playing the boardroom game, and that is what we are seeing, and that is the reason why we are discussing all these things. I think we need to go back home and start playing the boardroom game, like some of my fellow contributors have mentioned. Write to our embassies, get get the CAF to be informed about whatever. Even our administrators should be more proactive. What plan does our host have for us? Let us know all these things. Let us play the game. Most of the games are won outside of the pitch, according to whatever we do. Thank you very much. That's my That's my take.
Okay, thank you very much for your take on the show. Let's take messages now. 0913 600 0410 is the number to send in your text message to via on WhatsApp, or you want to send in SMS. You can send it to 0913 600 0410. This message just says, "Good evening, Triple O. Good evening, Okwayemi, Tunde Young, and Ola." I go with Okwayemi. I go with what Okwayemi said. There should be a punishment for anybody that does what is not right. Michael from Ikeja Cement. Thank you very much, Michael, for your message. Okay, there's another message here on WhatsApp. This one says, "Good evening, guys. You people are doing a wonderful job. Please, there is an argument in my office today. The argument is who is better between Saliba and Martinez." Okay, Saliba is the best defender in the Premier League right now, so that should settle whatever argument you are having. This one says, "Hi guys, Jorginho asking for crazy pay rise in this current situation is so annoying." Well, everybody they watch out for your whole head. That's that really concern now, and I be that. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, this one says not for us. 0913 600 0410 is the number to send in your text message to. Okay, this one says, "Give me updates on World Cup." Yes, Brazil released their squad yesterday. Also, big omission has to be Firmino missing out, and also Arsenal's defender Gabriel Magalhaes. The Danish national team also have released their World Cup squad, and of course, you have to expect that Christian Eriksen is also part of that squad right there. So yeah, let's take this one. This one says, "Good evening, good evening, guys. My name is Yusi Onyobodo from Orile. Chelsea go collect tomorrow. Boss go still lose in job very soon." Okay, thank you very much for that message. Let's let you know some games are currently ongoing. Yes, in the Bundesliga, Wolfsburg are currently leading against Dortmund by 1-0. We've seen 25 minutes of play right there. Bayern Munich will be in action later tonight by 8:30 against Werder Bremen. Bochum also will be in action against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Stuttgart will be in action against Hertha Berlin. In the Italian Serie A, Napoli are in action against Empoli, and of course you expect that Victor Osimhen will be leading the line. Of course, it's a front three of Raspadori, Osimhen, and Politano. Maybe Victor Osimhen could continue his fine form of getting the goals for Napoli. Also going on at the same time is Spezia against Udinese. It's goalless. Later tonight, AC Milan will be away at Cremonese in the Spanish La Liga. FC Barca will be in action away from home against Osasuna by 9:30 p.m. Athletic Bilbao also will welcome Valladolid by 8 p.m. Elche will be in action against Girona by 7 p.m. right there. Yes, so tomorrow Plateau United will be in action as well in the CAF Confederations Cup. Talking about Plateau United will be in action against Al Ahly. They won the first leg by 4-1, and also Rivers United, just like we've talked about, they will be in action by 8 p.m. tomorrow against Al Nassr. They hold a first leg advantage of 5-0. The time has come for us to leave the studio. We'll be back tomorrow bright and early for sports updates by 6:30 a.m. and Sports Cruise will return by 6 p.m. tomorrow. A man just walked into the studio. His name is Rio. He's a true definition of those persons you see when they eat. You see, you ask them, where are you eating? Like, where is this food? You don't just get to see that. So Rio is standing by. He will continue, not with Sports Cruise, of course, but more exciting radio content right here on Mainland 98.3 FM. Big thanks to all those who called in, all those we could not take their calls. Apologies. Maybe next time we will try to take as much as we can. Also, all those who sent their messages, thank you, Okwe, thank you, Tunde Young, thank you to Ola as well. So we'll be back tomorrow bright and early 6:30 a.m. for sports updates. So yeah, stay tuned to Mainland 98.3 FM. I leave you in the hands of Wizkid. Have a very, very wonderful rest of the day.